Hey there, welcome to B is Talking. I'm B, and I'm talking. This is episode 1 of B is Talking. This episode I will be introducing myself, and also talking a little bit about what I want to do with the podcast. So, I guess I should probably start with introducing myself. My name is B. My pronouns are they, them, and at the time of recording this, I am 19 years old. Some things that you should probably know about me are that I'm LGBT. I am also a practicing Green Witch. I'm also neurodivergent, but I think these are all topics for a different day. A pretty big part of who I am is my pets. I have, you could say, quite a menagerie going on at my house. I share a home with my dog, specifically a Rottweiler named Roxy. I also have a green cheek conure named Jade, and a Pac-Man frog named Fuzzgig, and several tropical fish. Some of my other interests, aside from taking care of my pets, are hiking, going to national parks. I really like connecting with nature. I like going places with my dog, Roxy. And I also like practicing self-care. Some other things I do are I spend my free time watching horror movies, and also I like to play video games like Animal Crossing. So I should probably talk about what made me want to start a podcast. So I think we should settle in for a little bit of a story. So when I was younger, maybe around 11 or so, I got really into YouTube. I was like most kids at that time, around 2012, 2013. I wanted to be a YouTuber when I got older. I used to make YouTube videos eons ago on a different channel, my very first YouTube channel. It started with Roblox gameplay, which was very typical of the time. Then, after I decided that was cringe, I moved on to poorly singing all of the music that I liked at the time. Think Hot Topic circa 2007. Later on, I tried playing indie games, but I got kind of bored of that pretty quick. Eventually, I wiped all of that from that channel, and I started basically using my YouTube channel just to upload videos of my pets that I would share on forums and stuff. But for a very long time, content creation has been something that has always interested me in one form or another. So what kind of led me to wanting to start a podcast? I've always been told that I talk a lot. I will often sit and talk with my dad about a topic for sometimes a couple hours at a time. I tend to flood Discord channels with my late night ramblings of whatever movie I'm currently obsessed with. If you give me an opportunity to talk about my interests, I will usually take it. So I figured that this would be a good opportunity for me to kind of yell into the void a bit, and maybe someone will take an interest in what I have to say. I should probably set some expectations for this podcast. I'm by no means a professional. I'm just a guy. I tend to ramble a lot, at length for ages about one topic, which is usually not interesting to all parties. I tend to have a little bit of a lisp. You can sometimes notice it on my S's. I also often stumble and stutter over my words, and I will sometimes repeat myself, and I also tend to use filler words like and I know that this podcast is already chock full of them, because that's how I talk. But hopefully whatever I end up talking about will actually be interesting enough for you to want to stick around. I want the tone of this podcast to be true to how I talk in my day-to-day life. I want it to feel like you are on the phone with a friend that you haven't talked to in a long time, and you're catching up about all the things that you should have talked about but didn't. I don't have a specific topic in mind for this podcast, hence the fairly generic name of B is Talking, because I'm B and I'm talking. I have a lot of interests, so I have lots of things that I would like to talk about. I also maybe want to talk about some of the movies that I like. I really like watching horror movies, and some of my favorite movies are kind of cult classics and schlocky B-movies and campy 80s horror. And I'm really looking forward to having an opportunity to talk about those, even if no one really likes those movies, even if no one shares my love of Frogs starring Sam Elliott. I'm probably gonna keep these episodes kind of short, basically because I only want to fill them with what I have to say. I don't want to fill them with nothing. I basically just want to say what I have to say and then wrap it up. So some might be longer episodes and some might be a little bit shorter. It basically just depends on how much I have to say on a topic. If I had to guess, most episodes are going to be under half an hour unless I have like a lot to say, or if I'm going to combine multiple topics into one podcast if those go well together. I hope that with this I've explained myself well, and I hope that you will join me on my podcast journey. If you would like to hear more of my brain thoughts, you can find me on Twitter, @ZydrateB. B is Talking is available at anchor.fm/B is Talking, and on YouTube, @B is Talking. Thank you for listening. I'll talk more next time. Bye!